In the age of digital connections and casual acquaintances, where can men go today to find true friendship and brotherhood? Well, Freemasonry is a fraternity that provides an opportunity to build these relationships. But too many Masons are constraining their Masonic experience to the lodge room, and it's limiting their ability to achieve the friendships from Freemasonry they set out for. Now, why would we want to go outside of our own lodges to build these relationships with other Masons? Well, if you think about your workplace friendships, you might have work colleagues who you go to drinks with after hours, but how often are you spending time with them on weekends? More crucially, are these the type of people that if something happens, you can call them and they're going to be there for you? Limiting your Masonic connections to your own lodge is like going on a holiday but not leaving your hotel room for the entire trip. I want to start with the story of Mario and John Paul, which demonstrates three crucial elements of building Masonic brotherhood: stepping outside our comfort zones, showing up physically for our brothers, and extending ourselves beyond our regular lodge meetings. And their experience shows how moving beyond the formal constraints of lodge meetings creates opportunities for meaningful connections that embody the true spirit of Masonic brotherhood. Now, a few weeks ago, during preparations for our grand installation, we needed volunteers to pack the gift bags. Two brothers who had never met before, Mario, who is a young Filipino brother and attends lodge in Leichhardt, Concord, as well as Auburn, and John Paul from New Caledonia, who goes to lodge in the City Masonic Centre. They gave up their Sunday to help. While packing these gift bags, they discovered that they were actually born in the same town. And because of this connection formed during that Sunday volunteer work, when Mario did his third degree ceremony a few Wednesdays later, he called John Paul to invite him. And John Paul, who had never visited Mario's lodge, didn't hesitate to attend and support his new brother. So, stepping beyond the monthly meeting. If we consider the typical lodge meeting structure, you arrive 30 minutes before the meeting to some brief socializing and handshaking, then you enter the lodge room where it's solemn and sacred. While there is little opportunity for discussion, you then sit there contemplating yourself while watching the ceremony or participating in it. Afterwards, at the dinner, you might have a conversation with 4 or 5 brethren around you. So how can we build deep relationships within such constraints? The formal meeting structure, while it is essential to our craft, simply doesn't provide enough opportunities for genuine connection. And when we confine our Masonic experience to just these monthly meetings, we're missing countless opportunities for building meaningful relationships. And this is where things like our daily progress in Masonic knowledge becomes crucial, because it might be as little as 5 minutes reading an online article, listening to a podcast, or practicing ritual work. And it's doing these with our fellow brethren outside of the lodge that creates additional touch points for connection beyond the formal meeting structure. Now, so how exactly can we then break the lodge bubble? Well, every night of the month, across every month of the year, there will likely be a Masonic meeting somewhere in the jurisdiction. And if you're available, you would be encouraged to attend those meetings because once a Mason, every Masonic meeting is open to you. Whilst we're all equal and we are all the same, there are different demographics within our fraternity. Some lodges are very much young businessman lodges, and others have more men similar to maybe your own age, and who are at a similar stage in their life's journeys. But staying within our home lodge, what that does is it creates a comfortable but restricted bubble. While there's nothing wrong with having a home lodge, this self-imposed limitation means missing out on the broader tapestry of our fraternity. Think about the management meetings, rehearsals, education sessions, and special events that happen throughout the year. These aren't just administrative necessities, but they're opportunities to build relationships in smaller, more intimate settings. But in today's world, we often fool ourselves into thinking that digital connections are enough. We might send a text message or an email, post in a group chat, or send a digital gift card when a brother is in need. Your boss might do the same thing, But true brotherhood requires physical presence, it requires showing up, like John Paul did for Mario's third degree. Now, I know that there are several Masons that I have deep relationships with. If I had a problem today, I could call one of them and they would show up, or at least one of them would show up. Or if they couldn't show up themselves, they would know a brother or someone else that they would then call to have them come and help me. And this isn't about helping someone move house, that might come with deeper friendships later. But when an actual distressful or painful situation arises, there'll be people who will be able to come to your aid. So, what is the key to true brotherhood? Well, this is why you must go beyond the lodge room, because true Masonic brotherhood isn't found in the formality of lodge meetings or digital connections. It's built through these voluntary acts of service, physical presence, and stepping beyond our comfortable routines. The story of Mario and John Paul shows us that when we extend ourselves beyond our regular patterns, we create these opportunities for meaningful connections that embody the true spirit of Masonic brotherhood. Remember, standing in a garage doesn't make you a car. Wearing an apron doesn't automatically make you a Mason. Everyone can go in, do their 3 degrees, wear an apron, put on a ring, and call themselves a Mason. But that misses the whole point. True brotherhood requires us to humble ourselves, to remove these material elements and focus on building genuine connections through active participation in our fraternity.